Yeah,
because she's traveled quite a bit. You may not be able to say it or spell it, but you can experience Schmigadoon, one of the most nominated musicals on Broadway right now.
And bringing some scene-stealing dance moves to the Tony Award-winning show is our first guest, Isabelle Mccalla. Hello!
It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too.
I'm Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my
Please sit.
I just got starstruck.
Oh,
wow, look at you.
We have
serious.
some things to discuss, you and
Yes.
I,
All right,
because
let's go.
we are connected and you have no idea.
Neither
I'm
I
excited.
don't. I don't know either. So I'm a fly on the wall.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's throw a couple
Okay.
things.
Let's
Rockland
go.
County.
Hey.
I was born in Suffern, where you were raised.
Yes.
I thought you looked
Okay.
familiar. Coupe is where you learned to dance,
Yes.
right? My sister went there for many, many years.
No
yes.
way.
Except you're on Broadway and everything, and she's at Flash Dancers in that town.
She is not at Flash Dancers anymore.
But my son, Coupe is a dance studio in Rockland. It's a fabulous dance
Yes,
studio.
yes.
But my son did ballet there for like 5 seconds when he was 5 years old. Then we were like, this is like, we gotta move on. He wants to play basketball. But yeah, no, we are Rockland. Do you tell people you're from Rockland? Because you were born in
Yes.
Queens.
Yes, born in Queens, but I say I'm from Rockland because nobody understands Suffern.
Right.
It was on one episode of Sex and the
I was
City.
going to say
and that's it.
Suffern
Yes.
and Suffern.
Aiden lived there. He had a house there, and it was so rural. Nobody understood. But she was like, he's got a house in Suffern.
Right.
So I just say Rockland County.
Yep.
Shout out to Rockland County.
But when you say Rockland County, do they go where? And you have to go, you know
Correct.
Westchester?
Yes, I go
Other
across the
side.
river.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I do.
I don't understand what's happening. People
We only
need to
get
know
it.
Rockland County. Wonderful place.
I love this
great
for
place.
both of
Yeah,
you.
Rockland County. You know, I don't meet many people from Rockland, so it's nice.
The legacy you have left behind and the lies you
The
continue
lies
to tell. No,
are-
you are originally from Rockland.
Yes, yes.
We just, and clearly everything you learned there, you've been putting to good use.
You made it.
I have.
Holy smokes, what is this like? This Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon is, gosh, it is not only the happiest place to work, it is the funniest show I have ever been a part of. I mean, the laughs per minute is off the charts in this show, and it's a totally original show, lovingly paying homage to all the golden age musicals when this modern couple gets trapped in a musical town,
Right.
which is very like Brigadoon. But all of the characters in this musical town are based on the archetypes of traditional Golden Age shows. So my character, Emma Tate, is based on Marion the Librarian from The Music Man or Anna from The King and I. And every song pays homage to a different part of Golden Age musical theater in such a loving and hysterical way.
And chaotic, it sounds like.
Oh, it's wildly chaotic.
You have a dance number that's become a real scene stealer.
They do.
You want to do it right now? Kidding.
I'll give you a leg.
Yay! I love it.
Kickball change.
Yeah.
Tap. It's a tap
It's
dance.
big old
Did you
tap
learn
number.
tap at Coupe?
I did. I learned tap at Coupe. And you want to know something? Tap is one of the hardest dances to learn because it uses a different part of your brain. It's very mathematic.
Because it's like
rhythm-based.
percussion? Is it because it's like percussion-y?
It's very, yeah, it's you're playing drums with your feet,
Yep.
essentially, and it's learning to use the different parts of your feet. And, you know, I actually thank the owner of Coupe Dance Studio in my bio because she gave me a full scholarship to go to Coupe, and I would not be in Schmigadoon the musical without her.
Let me tell you something, Coupe. put the check in the mail right now. You have no idea how much free advertising you're getting right now. People are like Googling Coupe.
That's so amazing, though, because I think there are plenty of people who are watching right now who are like, you know what? I am going to go back to this local mom and pop
You should.
dance
It's
studio.
wonderful, yeah.
Because you could end up winning a Cheetah Rivera award.
Thank you so much. Well, and
Do the clap.
yeah, it feels like very full circle to do this number every night because it is scene stealing and the audience goes crazy for it, and it's a song written spectacularly by our composer Cinco Paul. It's called With All of Your Heart, and it's a song about how when you are feeling at your lowest, or it doesn't matter how you're feeling, you have to put everything you have into it. And so no matter how I, Isabelle Mccalla, am feeling on the day, even if I'm feeling great or low, it's a song that energetically revs me up, and I feel like I'm in service to a greater vibe.
Right. Yeah.
And I end that number in such high spirits, also very sweaty because it's high intensity.
Yeah.
And it's so joyful. I feel like I'm unleashing my soul in that moment.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this for you.
Thank you so much.
That's what people say.
I love this for me
for
too.
you. Being from Rockland, going to the city was no big deal. Were you constantly on Broadway shows, checking out Broadway shows, watching Broadway shows growing up?
Yeah, I was very lucky that Broadway was my regional theater. My mom, every birthday or if I had a good report card, I would ask to go to see a Broadway show.
That's
I was
awesome.
obsessed. And so, I feel like doing this is kind of like Sutton Foster was my idol growing up.
Oh, come on,
Her and
that's
Drowsy
awesome.
Chaperone.
Yeah.
She was the triple threat leading lady who I wanted to model my career after. And so I feel like playing this role in Schmigadoon is kind of, stepping in those, and Cheetah Rivera's trail too.
Right,
which is
of
very
course.
exciting.
I mean,
Yeah.
hello. So you moved around. Did you have to move around quite a bit, or were you able to stay
Stay at home, mooch.
stay at home?
As much as you can.
I stayed at home until I went to college.
Yeah.
I went to the University of Michigan
Go
for 4
Blue.
years. Go Blue. And then I came back here and I did. I stayed with my parents for about a year, and then I moved in with two of my best friends, and we lived together. For
So they weren't strangers.
no,
you knew
no,
them.
no. We were college roommates.
Like me.
Right.
Our question of the day, indulge us.
Yeah.
How old is too old to get a roommate? Because it's hard out there in these streets.
It's really hard out there in these streets. Listen, I am lucky enough to live by myself, and I love
Amen.
it.
Yeah.
But I also don't yuck people's yums. A lot of people like living with roommates, so I'm going to be the odd one out and say it's never too old to have a roommate, as long as you love it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you absolutely hate it, find a way out.
This is not your
But-
thing, though. Roommate,
No.
you wouldn't do a roommate, yeah.
No, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Like you turn 60, you're like, hey, hello.
I could see that. Honestly, I
Yeah.
feel like I could be single and living alone for a long time.
You and Sutton
then when
Foster.
and then when I'm 65, I'll be like, hey, best friend, do you want to move in with me? Let's have a compound. Let's have a
Yep,
garden.
That's fantastic.
That's what I'm thinking,
You
which
do
is why I
high
say it's
noon
never
tea
too
and
old.
everything. High tea at noon, whatever it's
Love
called.
it. High tea, yes.
High tea. High noon. I mixed
Lots
up
of high tea
I mixed
at
up my
noon.
westerns and my tea.
I like
apparently.
high noon as a tequila drink.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah.
In the playbook, I know you've mentioned, you gave a shout out to one of your earliest teachers at Coupe, but in the playbill, you said one of the reasons that you got into all of this was Diane Frankel.
Yes, that's her. That's the owner of Coupe.
The whole.
That's crazy.
That's the teacher who changed it all.
Good old Diane.
It's like we were.
Love you,
pressured.
Diane.
Love you, Diane.
I love you too, Diane.
Let's do some wings. Thank you so much, Isabelle. I can do it.
Amazing.
I can do it.
Beautiful.
I know we can do it. Yeah.
You got it.
I want to learn tap dance. in the
We'll do it going into the break. It'll be great. You're gonna love it.
Isabelle, congratulations on everything.
Schmigadoon is
so
playing
much.
at the Nederlander Theatre through January 3rd. Go check it out.
Please.
Have a hoot and holler.
A hoot.